So I guess that I'm a bit younger than the first wave of Devil May Cry fans. The first one actually came out not that long after I was born, but I do go back a bit with the series. The original versions weren't the first games I played though, as I technically did not own a PS2 during my early childhood, and it was my brother's. I actually got pretty deeply into the series with the first HD collection released in 2012, and then I played the PS2 releases, and then I played most of 4, and then this one came out, and I kind of forgot I liked these games, and that sucks, but I was younger, I guess, and then Devil May Cry 5 got announced, and I'm more than a little back into the series. I played all of them, back to back, and I love it. So, I'm a little late to the nostalgia party, but these games are just pretty great, and I even got to play DMC 5 recently because I'm an Xbox casual. But, enough about me. Devil May Cry 5 is only 3 months away, and maybe talking about the series will urge some people to get into it. So, let's have a chat about Devil May Cry, the first one, and I'll save the rest for another day.
Let's rock, baby.
Anyone that plays action games knows that Devil May Cry was kind of the thing that got the ball rolling, and almost, the whole series is known for its super stylish action. I mean, look at the back of the box. I don't know about you guys, but I have never been lied to by box art. And even just the title menu and intro of the game make it difficult to not get pumped for some good old cheesy demon-killing early PS2 action, so I think it's time for us to see what kind of party we're getting into.
The castle is above this cliff. Come on, let's go! Ha!
What? I'm sorry guys, I think I bought the wrong game. Can someone show me the title screen again, please? Okay, yeah, you know what? That makes sense. Okay, I'm sorry that entire last paragraph was basically just a big wind-up to a joke that wasn't that funny, but come on. Some of you got that one, you cheeky lads, but to those shocked by the atmospheric entrance that this game has, it's just because the game was supposed to be Resident Evil 4 in early development, and anybody who knows a thing about Resi 4 knows that game was in development for a while. And it went through a scary amount of different iterations, including a stylish action game about a dude named Tony. But I think it's a good thing that DMC got pushed into its own thing, and I'm pretty glad that the name Tony did not stick. Believe it or not, 2 more Devil May Cry games came out before the version of Resident Evil 4 that we know and love, and buy in every single platform, even came to light. I really don't want to seem like I hate the opening of this game, because I actually really love this slow build-up of Resident Evil atmosphere that just flops into fighting puppets. The game is just self-indulgent fun, and Dante is a total dork. And while the story isn't amazing by today's standards, I still think it's successful at being, well, kind of the Resident Evil 4 plot, I'm not gonna lie. It has all the same story beats, like castle, and rival man, blonde girl, and escaping an island. It's generally an enjoyable action movie fluff thing. Oh, and Dante's line delivery is the best thing ever, and nobody can convince me otherwise. Dante himself is just great. He's not quite the super rad DMC3 Dante that we know and love, but the man definitely has some style, rocking that red coat and white hair. He's a half-human, half-demon devil hunter who is truly ready to kill all of the things. I mean, come on, he is Dante from the Devil May Cry series after all. Getting into the gameplay, I can pretty confidently say that the game at least holds up pretty well, and having a style ranking is just fun because it makes you want to do better. The devil arms are responsive, and unlockable abilities give the combat a little bit of extra depth. And although it's not even close to being as deep as DMC 3 or 4, it's still super fun to get good at. The devil arms themselves have at least a decent amount of variety, and by that I mean swords, and also some fiery fists that are pretty cool. I like them. There are also guns, many guns, but I only ever really use the shotgun and grenade launcher, so please don't crucify me for not having footage. All the missions are designed pretty well too, there are none that I thoroughly dislike, and it really makes me kinda sad that so many people feel that this game aged so poorly. Like, sure, it's not my game of choice in the series, but I feel like it's worth playing by every DMC fan. Wait, There's a water level? Really? How did this get greenlit? I can't even attack anything. This is genuinely scarier than anything in all of Resident Evil. I can't. Despite that, I guess it's nice to return to roots sometimes. And at least the bosses are super cool, even though the limited dev time made it so the number of unique bosses is pretty small, which means every single boss you fight appears more than once, though I don't think this is incredibly bad, because it made every boss, with the exception of the Secret Sauce, which is a boss that makes you fight more bosses, feel like they had a presence, especially Phantom and Nilo Angelo, which are my two favorite fights in the game. They both have entertaining and somewhat challenging boss fights, and there's just something so good about fighting Nilo Angelo. You really feel like you're on an equal footing in an actual duel, and I'm really glad that DMC3 carried over this DNA with Virgil. Quite literally. Now, if you're having trouble with the game, do not worry, because, oh boy, I have a solution for you. The Devil Trigger is honestly one of the coolest things about Devil May Cry in general, like, in all of the games, because, I mean, like, Dante can heal and fly and do really good damage when you're in a jam, plus the design has always been super cool, and in my opinion it just gets cooler and cooler as the games go on. I mean, like, it's so cool that it even got a song based around it, and it's a real good song at that, but even the first DMC has some pretty killer music to get the blood pumping while you are getting the blood to, well, stop pumping, and Team Little Devils really did have some talented composers and musicians on board. Now, the original Devil May Cry is a short, sweet experience. If you know what you're doing, a playthrough can be about 2 to 3 hours on average, but the game does have some decent replay value with different unlockable costumes, secret missions, difficulties, and stuff. Just not the level of replayability from, like, say, 3 or 4 with the Bloody Palace and all that, but it's still quite good. Though, since the game is so short, I'm running out of things to talk about, so let's have a quick fire round of the game's best moments.
Time to go to work, guys.
You the human, the son of Sparta who challenges the darkness for this.
Block off, Featherface, or you can stick around and find out the hard way.
Dante, why did you save my life?
Because you look like my mother.
Dante!
I should have saved you. I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light!
It looks like we have a winner.
Jackpot. Goodbye. And when you do come back, give my regards to my son, will ya?
Okay, great. Where's the place? We'll be right there. This one has the password. Sounds heavy.
Okay, let's get it over with in 10 minutes. Can't let a single one of those suckers live.
5 minutes.
More than enough.
Well, that's about all I have to say about the original Devil May Cry, and honestly, I love it. It's still one of my favorite action games ever, and it's simplistic and will always put some light in my otherwise dark soul. You really should play it if you haven't yet. You're missing out on the entry to a series that gets even better. Even if the game does have most of the patented action game level checklist, TM, all it's missing is creepy old village in Midgar. Luckily, I think 2 will have me covered on that, and don't worry, I will be covering the whole series, so I guess I should see what I'm getting myself into real quick. You have got to be kidding me. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Did you miss me? Well, of course you did, but in all seriousness, I really hope you enjoyed the video. It's the first in a series called A Date with the Devil, And I know this video is stylistically way different than my Tomb Raider one, and that's honestly just because DMC is so dorky and self-indulgent that I didn't feel that my serious style would do it much justice. Hopefully this was to a positive effect and you guys enjoyed my bad jokes, but I'm open to criticism, and sorry for my recent inactivity as well. I've been busy with school, Red Dead Redemption 2, and a huge project that I have coming up soon. And the new Smash game's pretty good too, and I also took up streaming. I've been speedrunning Castlevania Rondo of Blood to decent effect, and I'd love for you all to come hang out sometime. The link for that would be in the description, and I don't know, that's about all I have to say. I have some games to play for you guys, so wish me luck.